Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I will be reviewing The Bachelor episode 2. So we first start out with Matt running on a nice fall day out in the woods somewhere. He looks great. And then we get this, then we get these shots of him showering off and like the water, we get a close up of the water cascading down his back muscles, onto his chest, down his abs. It's so extra, but it looks good. He looks good. He's got a nice little body going on. And then it just makes me laugh because he walks out of the shower as if there isn't like a camera crew and lighting and everything like right outside of the shower. And then I know he has to have boxers on, but they make it seem like he's like straight up naked. It's an extra thing The Bachelor does, but wow. I wonder if they would ever have a guy on here who wasn't in shape. I wonder what that would be like. Then here come the girls. The girls come and they're walking up into the cabin that they're going to be staying in for the rest of the time. I thought they had already, so I guess they were staying in a hotel and now this is the cabin. The cabin looks beautiful, beautiful. And once again, I feel bad for Tayshia because what? This season so far compared to The Bachelorette, it's just, The Bachelorette seems cheap. Now looking at these episodes, like the cabin is amazing and the women seem cold. It looks like they may have shot this in October, so maybe that's why it looks so cold.
Free. Love is an adventure. Matt.
Bree gets the first date. The first one-on-one date goes to Bree. And she's like, I'm wearing my worst outfit. And I'm like, girl, why? I think Bree is so cute. I think Bree is so cute. And I love this little thing she has wrapped around her sweater. Is that like the new way people are wearing it? So instead of wrapping it around your midsection or like wrapping it around here, you wrap the sleeves like this across your body. That's cute.
I'm not tail spinning her. I'm the only one that's being grilled. I think the girls that are happy for Bree are all fake it. The reality of the situation is that we're all here to date Matt. We're not here to be in a sorority.
Victoria is doing a lot. Victoria is being really extra in the house. So Bree goes on her date and then we get the shot back at the house and Victoria's just doing too much, doing way too much. At this point, I just don't understand what's going on with her. Something seems a little off. Something seems a little bit off with her. It's almost as if the producers pulled her aside and was like, turn it up. We need drama, turn it up. Because she's saying that she doesn't want to be with the girls stuck in the house. She wants to be on the date and like everybody gets dates. Like it's just not your turn. So relax. Victoria is ridiculous and aggressive for no reason. And I think what was happening is she was waiting for somebody to take the bait. She wanted one of those ladies to take the bait and start arguing back with her. And what I noticed is just Jacinia summed everything up well. She said, girl, they can go on another date. I can be happy for somebody while still wanting something passionately. It's really not a big issue. I have the ability to do that. And she shut Victoria down nicely, I thought, in a very good way. So we get back to the date with Bree and they're both on four-wheelers going through all the mud and the leaves and everything. And it's a cute date, but he's like, but I feel sorry for Bree. Tiny little woman on this four-wheeler. You know, I don't know if it was as fun for her. And then I felt bad because she had on white shoes. She had on white tennis shoes, like those white shoes that go with like any outfit. And now that's ruined. I was thinking, I'm like, I wonder if she brought more white shoes, like more basic shoes that go with any outfit, like to go with like a casual outfit. I hope she brought more shoes. And Matt is like, just kind of like speeding down, speeding through these trees on his four-wheeler, leaving her behind. She's really cute though. I like her. So they fall off the bike. That looked so set up. He looked like he made the bike fall. But anyway, cute. I think I'm starting to like Matt. I think he's cute. I think that conversation with Chris on the first episode about certain people wanting him to date a certain race, that kind of that kind of turned me off from him a little bit. And the conversation just seemed so awkward and a little, I got what he was saying, but it just seemed like he was talking specifically about black women, which, and black women are going to be the one, some of the main people watching this show because of him. So it was kind of a slap in the face when he kind of said that. But anyway, he's I'm starting to like him. He's trying to go for like the MVP right now. He's mentioning Bree's mom. So they fall off the bike and he's like, oh, the first thing I'm thinking about is Bree's mom is gonna kill me and I have to explain why she has all these bruises on her. Oh my God. Like, oh, sorry, mom. Sorry. Like, oh, he is really he's really laying it on. He's really laying it on. So they walk over. They're still on the date with Bree. They walk over. They're all dirty. They get off the bike. They're all dirty and muddy. They walk over to these like snacks that are that are laid out in this like wood natural hot tub. And so they get to the hot tub and he's like, this is what we're doing. Is that okay? Something about that was kind of hot. I don't know. Him just asking her like, are you cool with this? Like, and then he starts to take off his clothes. And of course, the show adds all this like the show adds all this like sexy music as he's like taking off his sweater and we see his chest and we see his abs again and we cut back to Bree and she's like, all right, okay. Watching him strip down is so extra. This is his go-to move, okay? I bet you that's his go-to move all the time, is just to take off his shirt. Having a bad day or whatever. He wants to make somebody smile, take off his shirt. Like, this is his go-to move with the ladies, okay? He knows he's got a nice body, and that's great. That's great, but wowzer. Okay. And what was up with the axe? Why was everything super sexual, or was it just me? He took the cover off the axe slowly and like pulled the axe out slowly. Like, okay. And then he's like, he goes to cut the wood and he's like, do you think I could split it with like one chop? Like, what? It's a lot going on right now. And was he not wearing underwear? Was he not wearing any underwear underneath his jeans? Because, okay, what? Because you see his like, you can see his cheekbones kind of popping through. Anyway, or maybe he was wearing like boxers that were just kind of like pulled all the way down. It just didn't look like he was wearing anything underneath those jeans. So I was waiting on them to kiss. I was waiting on the kiss. And as they kiss, he like slowly puts his big ass hand around her neck. I was like, is he gonna choke her on The Bachelor? Anyway, he was just pulling her closer. Anyway, I don't think that Bree and Matt have like a super strong connection. I feel like they're both sexually attracted to each other, and I feel like if they weren't on the show and they saw each other at a club, they would talk, they would flirt, they might hook up or something like a couple times, but I don't see like a relationship with, I don't know. I almost feel like she's not really that into him. I don't know. I'm not sure about the chemistry. I think they're attracted to each other, but I don't know about like a relationship. So this is a long date. This is a really long date. After the hot tub scene, they come back. It's nighttime now. It's dinner time, which they never eat the dinner. We never see them eat the dinner. I don't get that. We don't ever see them put not a fork in their mouth or anything. It's just like food sitting out in front of them. And second half of the date, and they're talking and they're getting closer, and Bree talks about her family structure growing up, and her mom had her at 13. Jeez. Her mom had her at 13, and it was just her and her mom forever. And now her mom has found someone else, is engaged, has another kid or something like that. And Bree talks about being feeling jealous or feeling like she's not connected to the family anymore. And I don't know. I thought that was a little selfish. I thought that was a little, I mean, I get it, but I thought that was a little selfish. Like, your mom was pregnant at 13, which means a lot of other things were going on. And she gave up her life to spend and raise you, and now having her own life, you know, I don't know. And I don't know, I just thought that was a little selfish, but I guess I understand what she's saying. And then we get the story with Matt, and his dad wasn't there and her dad wasn't there, and they bond over that. Okay. All right, on to the group date.
Insult my character.
You can't clump us in a
Okay, well then I will narrow out you. Like, you were rude to me earlier. Like, if you want to go there.
How was I rude to you?
Poor Marilyn. Poor Marilyn. She just got roped right into that. She got roped right into that. So because of Marilyn's comment, Victoria decides that she no longer wants to stay in the same room as Marilyn. And so she takes all of her stuff out and is going to sleep on the couch. And so this sets off this big thing, this big drama between Victoria and Marilyn. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, I know it's a reality show and they need to have drama, but this just seems so extra. Like, you know, for what? Group date time, yay! And the girls are all, they all have to dress up in wedding dresses and take photos with Matt. And I feel bad for them because they obviously look super cold. It looks really cold out there. Like, they're shaking. You can see it. So I felt bad for them. And it's rainy.
With Matt, I definitely feel a connection. I want to see if it's romantic. So, Queen Victoria is ready for her big day.
Gross. Gross, 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 gross. Gross. Ew. We get this kiss. We get this forced kiss again between Matt and Victoria, and it is gross. It just looks super awkward. It looks like he doesn't want to do it, but good for Matt because it looked like he didn't want to kiss her, but he went for it anyway. I feel like he's the type of person who's like, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it now, and I'm going to put my all into it because, oh, that was such an awkward, gross kiss between him and Victoria. Just the vibes are not there. While they're getting their pictures taken with Matt, Chris comes in, stops everything, and says, hey, actually, this is going to be a game. This is going to be a game, and you all have to play and run in the woods with your wedding dresses on and battle each other. It's like this paint game. It was like a game of like tag almost with paint. So they have dresses and other things dipped in paint, and they have to kind of tag. And they split up into teams, and they have to tag each other, and whoever wins, whichever team wins gets the group date with Matt. You know what I was thinking about? The hair. I was thinking about hair. Like, so they're in the woods throwing paint at each other. I worried about the girls and their hair and washing all that paint out, especially the black girls. So we go on a group date with the women, the winning team, and the first sit down he gets is with Lauren. And Lauren is pretty. Lauren is cute, but I again don't see a lot of chemistry. I don't know if she was just really shy. But they were sitting kind of far, like further apart from each other, and I don't know. She didn't seem like she was like that into it. Yeah, they kind of look like strangers getting to know each other. That's what it looked like. Okay, so he gets the second sit down that we see with Jasenia. Now, I think Jasenia likes him. I feel like Jasenia likes him. I don't think Matt is as into her. I don't think he's really that into her, but I think she likes him. Then we get to sit down with Victoria. And this is interesting. First off, her dress is too short. She sits down and we see her almost all of her butt cheek. It's too short. Why? Why? Why, Matt? Why would you tell her you were impressed with her? We know you're not feeling her, and we know she will not be picked at all. Why are you doing this to her? She's talking to Matt, and she's telling Matt that, like, you know, she's not always like this, and like I know she comes, she knows that she comes across as very confident, but she's not confident. Girl, you don't come across confident. You don't come across confident. You come across extremely insecure. You come across that's not. Did you this whole time did you think that you were being confident? Girl, no, you were being aggressive and weird. And I mean, I don't know if Matt is really trying to. Part of me is like, of course she has to work for the show, but then now I'm thinking she was just cast just to start stuff. And I don't know if Matt is trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and really trying to get to know her. But it's just, she looks so sleepy. She looks so sleepy and tired and like just like I don't understand what's going on. And then like the whole time she's talking to him, and she's like doing this thing with her hair, and it's like, ugh, it's all chunked up back here, and she keeps separating it and moving it around and putting it behind her ears and taking it. I think it's just like a nervous habit. It's probably a nervous habit, but I don't know, something about it is grossing me out. So this is the part. That's why we know he's not into her. So every other girl he's been on with, well, not every girl, because he didn't kiss Lauren, but Lauren wasn't giving him that vibe, so that's why he didn't kiss her. But every other girl, like they end it with a kiss, or they begin their conversation with a kiss. He was like, "Can I walk you back upstairs? Can I walk you back upstairs?" He was trying to. I think he was trying to avoid the kissing situation. I think that's what he was trying to do. And then,
of course, can I have a kiss before we go?
Sure. And then she says, "Can we have a kiss before we go?" Ooh. And he says, "Oh, you want a kiss? Sure." It's like, it's, pardon the open mouth, but it is another awkward, gross kiss between Matt and Victoria. It's just, it looks so uncomfortable. It just, not good stuff. So there's a group date. There's a rose to be given to someone on that date, and he pulls Lauren aside and gives it to Lauren. And I wondered, what was that about? We didn't get to see his conversation with Mari, which I really wanted to see, because I thought, I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of like rooting for Mari, but it just seems like she's kind of getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. But he gives the rose to Lauren, and I feel like it's just because she talked about her Christianity and her, and how it's so important to her, and like, and he's a Christian too, and whatever. So we get the one-on-one date with Matt and Sarah. That's her name, right? Sarah? I don't know why I keep thinking her name is Stacy. We get the one-on-one date with Matt and Sarah. Sarah looks cute. I like her little outfit. Sarah's got a nice little body. I like, Sarah looks good. We get their date, and she looks super excited but nervous, and they get on a plane. They get on this little baby plane, and they fly over the cabin where the other girls are staying, and the other girls look up and is waving and everything. That's really cute. So they get out of the plane, and they go into a date in the woods again. A date in the woods, and they're talking, and they're catching up with each other, and he's asking her specific questions about, the thing about Matt that I like is that he does ask good questions, because he's trying to get to know these ladies. It's a TV show, but he's trying to get to know them. And he's asking her real questions about her family, and she's just kind of just tight-lipped and is not really saying too much, sort of saying like things that she has rehearsed in her mind. Like he asked her, what does your dad think about you coming on this show? And she's like, oh, my dad is just so awesome. My dad he's a great guy. That didn't answer the question. So, and Matt is picking up on that. Sarah's backstory, her dad has ALS. She was an anchor and she quit her job to be a full-time caretaker for her dad and be there for her dad. And, her dad is like basically slowly dying. And that's what's on her mind. That's what she's thinking about. And, that's what's going on. That's her story. But she's afraid to share this with Matt. I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't know if she is thinking like it's too negative to talk about, or she doesn't want to get too emotional talking about it, but anyway, so that's her story. Another thing I noticed with the show is that they made it clear that these two have a connection. Look at how they're holding hands. We got so many shots of them holding hands and like her leg on his leg. We get it. They like each other. Okay.
Sarah's story, I get chills thinking about it just because I can't think of a more selfless act. And the fact that she should be home with her pops right now, with her family, and she's here with me having dinner, I don't even know what to say.
She auditioned for the show. It wasn't like they just picked her out of nowhere and she was just sitting at home. They picked her because she auditioned for the show. I feel like this is the thing. I feel like what's gonna happen with her is she's an anchor. She's a news reporter. She's experienced with that. What's gonna happen is they're either gonna send her to Paradise, which is that other show where like the popular people who don't get picked go to that reality show Paradise, which I still haven't watched yet. She's either gonna go to that show or she's gonna be the next Bachelor, or she's the next Bachelorette, or she's gonna end up getting an anchor job on one of these shows like Entertainment Tonight, ET, or something like that, or People, or whatever. She's gonna get one of those shows and she's gonna become an anchor on that, and she's gonna have a comfortable, cozy job, and then she's gonna be interviewing the next round of bachelors and bachelorettes, and that's what it's gonna be. I feel like that's what is going to happen with her. You know what I mean? Like you audition for the show. Yeah, your dad is sick, and that's a horrible disease to have, but you audition for the show, so, and you got casted. So I don't know if it's that selfless. Like, I don't know.
Abigail is one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and I don't have to try hard to have a good time around her. The conversation just flows, and she makes me laugh.
Matt and Abigail is so cute. Abigail is just such a cutie pie. She's such a cutie pie. Marilyn looks so desperate. Marilyn, what are you talking about? Marilyn sits down with Matt and is like, oh, you didn't pick me to go on a date. I didn't know if I said something wrong, or do you not like me, Matt? I'm kind of worried. I'm worried, Matt. What in the world? What in the world? Maybe she's just as off as Victoria.
And just because you weren't on a date doesn't mean that I wasn't thinking about you. One of the things that you had mentioned to me was that your favorite flower was an orchid.
Yes.
So I actually got you an orchid.
Then we get this shot of like, so she says, so he's like, I remember you and I want to give you an orchid. Remember, I know you said you like orchids, so I went out and I got you an orchid. I got you some orchids. Like, that was already on set. It looked like he just got that from, looks like that was something that was already on set. I guess it's cute. I guess it's cute, and it put her at ease a little bit.
I don't even know how. I'm speechless, honestly. I just did not know that he even remembered my name, much less that he was thinking about me. I'm on cloud 9 right now. What the heck is happening?
Marilyn sits down. Marilyn gets back into the main ballroom or whatever, where all the other ladies are sitting waiting for their like one-on-ones before the ceremony with Matt. And as Marilyn sits down and everyone's like, "Oh my God, did he give you orchids? Did he give you like flowers?" And she's like, "Oh my God, yes." And they put the camera onto the way that they edit this, they put the camera onto Victoria's face and she's like nervously drinking water and shaking. My thing is, they're making her look crazy. They're making Victoria look so crazy, but that's, I mean, they don't have to make anything. This is what she's doing. What's up with Marilyn? I mean, what's up with Victoria? I'm not a makeup girl. Clearly, I'm not super fabulous. I don't wear any makeup. I don't know how to put it on. But what is up with Victoria's baggy eyes? What is that? Isn't it the concealer that fixes that? It's like she puts makeup on everywhere else except for underneath her eyes. What is that? They look so baggy. And the sleepiness. And then what is this dress that she's wearing? Again, I'm not a fashionista, but what? She's wearing this pink thing, this pink tight short dress with like big old puffs on the shoulders. It doesn't fit her. I don't know. I feel like her hair is just too long or something. There's something so like off-putting about her. And then her energy, her character on the show just makes it even worse. And I feel bad for Marilyn. So then Victoria goes and sits down with Matt and uses her one-on-one time to talk about Marilyn. And Victoria calls Marilyn toxic and that, you know, she's a bully and I didn't feel comfortable. I had to sleep on the couch because of the things she was saying to me. And Matt is like, what? Like, what? That's crazy. Like, oh my God, like, I can't believe you feel that way and I don't want you to feel that way in the house. So then he goes and talks and pulls Marilyn aside and is telling her that Victoria basically is saying that she's a toxic person and a bully and he doesn't like that type of stuff and he doesn't know what to do. First of all, Matt, seriously, from even the little bit of time that you spent with both of these ladies, you really think that out of the two of them, Marilyn is the bully? That Marilyn is out here bullying people? Really? I just, what is this? And I just don't understand it. Victoria is doing this. She's just being really, really extra and mean to Marilyn. And it doesn't matter what Marilyn says. Marilyn, after talking to Matt, she's so upset so she tries to pull Victoria aside and have a sit down. And Victoria is just it doesn't matter what Marilyn says, she's just shutting it down. You know, she's like, I'm sorry. Oh, first off, like Marilyn tries to go and sit next to Victoria, and Victoria's like, get away from me. I don't want to sit next to you. I don't like you. There's nothing you can say to me. It's just ridiculous. And it's just, there's nothing Marilyn can do. And so now it makes it seem like she's like bullying someone when she's really not, you know, and she's kind of trapped in this box. That is very frustrating. And I feel like, you know, I'm not really sure how I would handle Victoria. I really don't know. It was starting to piss me off as I'm watching it. And watching their confrontation, I'm just getting pissed off. And I'm like, you know, whew, I would have cursed that girl out a long time ago. I would have cursed her out a while ago. Like, what is your problem? And then I would have got kicked off the show. So that's her end goal, though. She's trying to piss people off. She's trying to get under their skin so much so that they do something crazy and then get kicked off the show. I feel like she's just trying to get under people's skin, and that's what it is. That's why I feel like she works for the show. I mean, unless like they cast her on purpose. They knew what she was gonna bring and they cast her on purpose. And the fact that she thinks that she's being confident, gosh, like if I was Victoria watching myself on the show, I'd be embarrassed. Part of me would be kind of like, huh, so I'm the villain of this season. What can I do with it? How can I like turn that into some money for myself, or like, but ooh. And honestly, how long is she gonna last on this show? Is Matt gonna keep picking Victoria? Like, seriously? We finally get to the rose ceremony and he's handing out the roses. He's giving out the roses and he's calling girls up. And then all of a sudden, Sarah, who he went on the date with, starts to black out. She like almost passes out and production has to stop and they all rush over to her and she's like, I feel like I'm blacking out. Like I can't see anything. I can't see anything. So that's where the show ends. And that is it for episode 2. That's it for episode 2. I can't wait to see how it ends for the 3rd episode. I've already heard some things about what's going on, so I spoiled it for myself. But I will be back again pretty soon, probably with the same outfit on, same shirt, to do episode 3. So I will be back soon. Once again, if you like this, comment, subscribe, like this episode, like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out my podcast and some of the other things that I'll be uploading soon to this channel. But yeah, if you like this, let me know. Until next time, I will see you again for episode 3 of The Bachelor.